Going ahead, we need to understand what are the causes of stress. Just understanding the concept of stress won't help us when we are going to solve these stressful situations in our life. So let's see what kind of stress the teachers go through. When it comes to school situation, there are many responsibilities on the teacher. But at the same time, there are many problems which are faced by the teachers in the school, and because of which they are undergoing the stress. There's a lot of lack of sufficient resources, lack of support from the supervisors, workload, paperwork to be completed, lack of clear directions from the supervisors, principals and management, other responsibilities on the teacher. Student discipline is a major problem. Working hours, bullying and harassment by the seniors, poor working environment. These are some of the reasons why the teachers face stressful situations in their school hours. At the same time, there are other causes also. So here, fear could be for intervals, and it could be continuous feeling of fear that a person is feeling. There could be threats like physical threats, social threats, financial or even other kind of threats that a person is going through. There's uncertainty in the life, and of course lack of sleep is one of the reasons why people get frustrated. They are not able to concentrate on the work that they are doing. If somebody misunderstands us, this again frustrates us, and the setback to our positions in the society, in the professional life is also a cause of stress. Now we know what are the different causes of the stress for the teachers, but we need to classify this. So these causes could be classified as organizational stressors and the individual stressors. J.E. Newman, he defined stress as condition arising out of interactions of people with their jobs and characterized by changes within people that forces them to drift apart from the normal functioning. In the definition given by Newman, he is trying to focus on the interaction between the people in the situation. So if we'll see the school situation, there are going to be interaction between teachers and supervisor, teachers and the students. So again, in these interactions also, there could be stressful situation. Now what happens in the stressful situation? Because of these stressful situation, there are changes which are taking place within the teacher. And sometimes making these changes in the attitude, making these changes even in the working style in the school becomes very stressful for the teacher. When the teacher is working in the school in such a situation, the working style then differs. Here we need to now understand, when we are referring to the organizational stressors, what comes under these stressors. We are now going to understand each and every stressor which comes under the category of organizational stressors. The first point here is the task demands. Each teacher has to do many things in the school. Teacher nowadays is considered as a multitasking person. If you're not able to handle many tasks at a time in a school, you won't be successful in a life as a teacher. And then getting job in this situation will be very difficult. So apart from the teaching learning process, which the teacher has to handle very effectively, even the teacher has to correct assignment, has to even set the papers, he has to prepare the worksheets for the students, lot of correction work has to be done. But these all things are related to the curricular activities. With it, the teacher has to handle even the co-curricular activities and some of the administrative tasks also. The teacher has to have good relationship with the parents. So even the communicating with parents, keeping attendance record, keeping fee records, and even handling co-curricular activities, maintaining reports of it, and lot many things. The list will go on and on. And therefore, teachers find it difficult to accomplish all these tasks in a given period. Many a times they do it, but then when we are looking at the effectiveness of the task done, we need to think about all these situations in a qualitative manner and in a quantitative manner. Quantitatively, because here the teacher has to complete all these tasks in a given period. So is teacher able to do it according to the demand of the task? If not, then again it's a stressful situation for the teacher. It's not only completing the task has to complete it in a very qualitative manner. So here, if the quality of work is not good, even at that point of time, supervisors, other teachers are going to give you the suggestions, are going to point at the mistakes that you have made, and that again creates frustrating situations for the teacher. And that's the reason task demand is one of the important cause for the stress that is found among the teachers. The second cause here is workplace demand. So here, even the availability of the resources in the school is sometimes a reason for the stress among the teachers. This could also be called as, this is also referred as physical demand also. So here we need to think about the facilities which are available in the school. Many a times the schools have less space in the classroom. The classrooms are very crowded. Even when it comes to staff room, the staff rooms are very small in the size. There's lack of ventilation. Even the light facility is not good. Unhygienic conditions are there in the school. Safety conditions are not properly handled by the school. And because of this, again, working in such a school premise gives stress to the people. You must have came across the news which says that even the poor building structures are available and teachers taking classes of the students there being afraid of their own life and life of the students who are sitting in front of them. Many a times in such situation, then the teacher prefers to conduct their classes outside the building, maybe in the premise, maybe in the garden, maybe in the playground. But these situations should be taken care of. The management can avoid these kind of situation. But this is not in the hand of the teacher. Whatever facilities are available, the teacher has to work with those facilities, and then this gives stress to the teachers. The third cause of the stress is interpersonal demand. Here, a single teacher is not the only individual who is working in the school. He has to work in a group. So teamwork matters a lot when it comes to success of any profession or of any institution. When we are looking at the interpersonal demand, here we are focusing on the personality, on the group work or group pressure which is built up on the teacher, and even the leadership qualities which is available in the school. Here, the cohesiveness of group matters a lot. Each group has its characteristic features. Every person here is a different individual, so of course his attitude, his perceptions, the way of thinking, working style differs from other, and this creates tension among the teacher. Many times you'll find there are some of the teacher who want to take decision very quickly because they have read a lot of material, they have a lot of experience, so they can do it. But at the same time, there are few who want to give their own time for taking decision. There are some teachers who will like to work individually, but there are few who would like to work together. This creates tension when it comes to working in a team. At the same time, when it comes to decision-making process, in some of the institutions, the supervisors, the managements, they don't consider the teachers while taking decisions. And of course, the decisions are related to the teachers. So the teachers feel frustrated. If it is related to us, why not to involve us in decision making process? So here, when the autocratic climate is there and when the teachers are not involved in the decision making process, they feel frustrated. Another cause for the stress is role demand or the responsibilities. Here you will find there is expected behavior attached with each job. That means each person is expected to behave in a particular manner when they are working in different situations. So here we need to think about role ambiguity, role conflict and role overload that happens in the working condition. Now what is this role ambiguity? According to Kahn, if the role is not properly told to the teachers, it is not properly explained, then the role ambiguity happens. Here, every teacher, as I said, has a different way of working. And when the instructions are given to the teachers, there is vagueness in the instruction, because of which it leads to the confusion amongst the teachers. Whenever the supervisors try to provide the instructions to the teacher, they just tell them, okay, this is your duty to complete the particular task. But in which way? Which manner? Is there any proper way to do it? Anything to be followed? If it is not clarified to the teachers, they will do it in their own way. And then that confusion will lead to the stress, because everybody will have their own way to complete the task. The vagueness will have the effect as a stress occurring among the teachers. Now going ahead, we will have role conflict also here as one of the causes for the stress. Now these are the conflicting situations. That means even the expectations from the teachers are going to be different. The supervisors, the management and even the senior teachers will have different expectations from the teachers with respect to a single task done by the teacher. Role conflict arises because of different expectations about the work done by the teachers from other individuals. So these individuals could be seniors, they could be supervisor or could be principal or management. A teacher who is working in the school and doing a particular task, but everybody expects the teacher to do task in a particular manner and even they want outcome in a different way. This arises again a stressful situation for the teachers. There is role overload also which causes stress. Here, as the word suggests, it's an overload of the role or the work which is done by the teacher. We were discussing about the causes of the stress. We have already said what kind of work the teacher has to do here in the school. And these are the different duties that the teacher has to perform at the same time. Because of this overload of the duties and at the same time, to accomplish the goals, there is a limited time period which is provided to the teachers. Therefore, there are many problems which arise because of the overload of the work. These are the three things which are related to the organization. So these are called as organizational stressors. But of course, there are life stressors also. The life stressors are the stressors which are making change in the life of a person or the stressors which are bringing trauma in the life. So here we can categorize life stressors under two different things. One is life change. So the events which are bringing change in the life of a human being are called as life change. We can take an example here of a stressful situation and because of which the person has got the heart attack or even a headache or any other diseases which are occurring because of the stressful situation. That means the stressful situations are changing life of a human being, and that's the reason they are called as life change. With it, there are life trauma. The situation bring in trauma in the life of a human being, and because of these traumatic situations, the attitude of the person changes. Even the behavioral pattern of the person changes. So that is why these situations are called as life trauma. So here we have considered two different types of stressors. One is organizational stressor and the second type of stressor is life stressor.